Atlanta Falcons have now lost their last 3 games. And over this 3-game stretch, including a bye week before they went against the Los Angeles Chargers, Kirk Cousins has thrown 6 interceptions to 0 passing touchdowns. That's not going to get it done. Against the Chargers, the defense did look better. I will give Jimmy Lake his credit there, even though Jimmy Lake has been a terrible defensive coordinator all season long. Against the Chargers, they got 5 sacks on Justin Herbert, and they stopped the fake punt. The defense did everything right in this matchup. When I look at Kirk Cousins, he has to play better. There's already reports coming out that the Atlanta Falcons may move off of Kirk Cousins sooner than later for Michael Penix Jr. I will give Kirk Cousins one more week personally if I was Coach Morris. Then I would put in Michael Penix Jr. You got blown out by the Denver Broncos 38-6 right before your bye week. In this game against the Chargers, you were up. Your kicker missed a field goal yet again. And Kirk Cousins threw an interception that went for 6. You're spotting the Chargers' points at that point. You cannot go out there and you cannot have this type of performance. And I'm not going to blame Coach Morris for this. I'm not going to blame Coach Robinson for this. Because it's easy to say, hey, they came out underprepared after their bye week. That was not the case. The defense came out there. They did everything right. They stopped the run game of the Chargers. They put pressure on Justin Herbert. They had 5 sacks on him. This is a defense that has struggled to put pressure on the opposing quarterback throughout this entire year. And they held the Chargers to just 17 points. If Kirk Cousins doesn't throw that interception that goes for 6, if he doesn't throw 4 interceptions in general, you should easily go out there and win this game. And if your kicker makes the field goal, this game should have at least been a little bit closer and you're walking out with the win. They have been in a lot of close football games this season. And the reason why I'm now concerned about Kirk Cousins, this is definitely not the same quarterback before he tore his Achilles with the Minnesota Vikings. This is a man that's coming off a torn Achilles, and he never had the strongest arm to begin with. The offensive players showed up today, except for Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts will never be that generational tight end that I wanted him to be. And I fully understand that. I said that many months ago. It's too many times where he just gives up on the field. But Darnell Mooney and Drake London and Bijan Robinson, they showed up. They showed up in this matchup. And Kirk Cousins let them down. Just like how he did against the Denver Broncos. Now, that Broncos matchup, everyone had a bad day. Defensively, offensively, those type of games are going to happen. I know if you're a Falcon fan, you don't want to hear that, but hey, blowouts happen. It happens to the best of them. But how they lost against the New Orleans Saints, Kirk Cousins throws that interception. He did not play very well in that matchup, but you're paying Kirk Cousins a lot of money to go out there and elevate the skilled players around him. He's not able to do that right now. And your kicker missed numerous field goals in that matchup again, and he had a field goal attempt that was blocked. At this point, I'm looking for a brand new kicker. I know in the past he's been phenomenal. That was the past. This is why sports is so interesting. What have you done for me lately? Arthur Blank was on the sideline. He was trying to cheer him up, trying to say, hey, kid, it's okay that you missed the kicks against New Orleans Saints at home, because he won them the game many weeks before when they first faced the New Orleans Saints. When they got into field goal range off the penalty with Darnell Mooney and Paulson Adebo, he made the long kick. He's been Mr. Automatic in the past. But over this last month, he's been terrible. And I know he only missed 1 field goal, but that 1 field goal is crucial in a matchup like this against a team against the Chargers. This is a Chargers team that plays great defense, and they're very technically sound on the offensive end. You can't have this many miscues. And I'm not going to blame Coach Morris for this. This is a player issue on Kirk Cousins. I would give Kirk Cousins 1 more week, and then I would put in Michael Penix Jr. This is not a Steelers situation to where you sub in Michael Penix Jr. because he has the speed and then you put in Kirk Cousins. No, Kirk Cousins definitely doesn't have the speed, and right now he doesn't have the arm power. He's costing them football games. And the reason why I'm so animated right now, they were up huge in this division. They beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers not once but twice this year. They split with the New Orleans Saints, and they already beat the Carolina Panthers. They have 4 wins in this division to just 1 loss. And all of that doesn't mean anything if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go out there and they can overrun you for the rest of the season. The Falcons still control their destiny. If the Buccaneers, if they go out there and they outrun you for the division title. So I look at it from this situation. If Kirk Cousins can't go out there and he can't get you over the hump anymore, that's fine. That's why you drafted Michael Penix Jr. in the first round. Because in the past, during this season, Pass rusher has been their biggest issue. Right now, quarterback is their biggest issue. It's not Bijan Robinson. It's not Tyler Algier. It's not Darnell Mooney. It's not Drake London. And we've seen Kirk Cousins in the past go out there with the Minnesota Vikings and come up short later in the season and come up short in the NFL playoffs. And Kirk Cousins has had some masterpieces this year, like how he had against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday night and how he had against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a couple weeks ago. He played very well against the Philadelphia Eagles, especially on that last drive. Kirk Cousins still has it in him, but the consistency is not there. It's too far in between. And that usually happens with older players. Some quarterbacks can go out there and they can give you 300 this game, give you 300 the next game, and the game after that, they may only give you 250 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns. But that's more than good enough. I look at Kirk Cousins right now. Man, in the last 3 games, you haven't thrown a passing touchdown at all? And it's not like Coach Robinson is not giving him the opportunity to go out there and run play action bootlegs. He is. Kirk Cousins doesn't have the same speed that he once had with the then Washington Redskins. And he was never one of the fastest quarterbacks in the NFL, but it was enough speed to buy him time to find guys down the field or find guys in front of him. And he never had the strongest arm. So now we're talking about a quarterback that's a complete scarecrow inside the pocket and he can't push the football deep down the field. I look at a guy like Michael Penix Jr. You can slide him in right now. He may not be perfect, but I believe right now that he could be a better player than Kirk Cousins. And we could talk about the whole situation. Well, if they move off of Kirk Cousins, what can they get for him? You're not going to get much for him right now. I still think that there's something in Kirk Cousins. It's just not going to be on a consistent level like how it once was with the Minnesota Vikings. And it's not because the Atlanta Falcons offensive line is bad. I like their offensive line from tackle to tackle. I like the running backs with Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. I like the skill positions. I even like Kyle Pitts this season. He's been decent. He's been a solid enough tight end to go out there and help you out in explosive plays against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and against the New Orleans Saints. In today's matchup, 2 targets, 0 catches, 0 receiving yards. But you have a guy in Michael Penix Jr. He's not your typical rookie quarterback. This is a man that has played a lot of college football. And he just went to the national championship with Washington against Michigan. This is a kid that is 24 years old. He's not 21. He's not 22. He's going to be 25 years old when the season starts next year. And I'm one of those few content creators that came on here and said, hey, I like the pickup of getting Michael Penix Jr. for this reason right here. Because you did not know for sure if Kirk Cousins was going to go out there and help you out long term or not. Let's just say they had a star pass rusher right now and Kirk Cousins is playing like this. You're screwed. At least with Michael Penix Jr., you may be able to go out there and get 3 to 4 touchdowns a game to help you out. And I'm not saying that you slide him in right now, he's going to automatically be better than Kirk Cousins, but you have to try something if you're Coach Morris, because this is a bad look. You have a veteran quarterback, you have veteran defensive pieces, and you have very good playmakers on the offensive side. You cannot go 7-10 this season. You have to at least make the NFL playoffs. If you fizzle out in the first round, hey, it is what it is, but you have to at least win this division. You have 4 division wins, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are right behind you. Do not let this league get out in front of you. You start Kirk Cousins next week. The first couple drives, you don't like what you see, you slide in Michael Penix Jr. And this is also another reason why Kirk Cousins was upset that the Falcons took Michael Penix Jr. in the first round. But it was for security reasons, for a reason like this. The quarterback position is the most valuable position and is the most important position in the NFL. Because if you don't have the quarterback right, you're not going to win many football games. I don't care what team you play for. They can have a great pass rusher here on the left side. They can have a great pass rusher on the right side. If Kirk Cousins is playing like how he's playing right now, it doesn't matter. But to lose against the Los Angeles Chargers by 4 points, and Kirk Cousins threw 4 interceptions, one that was a pick 6, and your kicker missed that crucial field goal, that says everything that it has to say about the Atlanta Falcons as a team. They just find ways to lose. Against the Denver Broncos, the Broncos just a better team on that day. Against the New Orleans Saints, numerous field goals missed and a blocked field goal attempt. Special teams coach has to be better in that situation. But let me know in the comment section below, is it time to start Michael Penix Jr. or should they ride out with Kirk Cousins for the rest of the season? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one of you guys stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for the video, guys. God bless. Peace.